As class began, my agriculture teacher, Mrs. Tozzle, darted towards the center of the room and began explaining the three-component model of agricultural education. I was so confused why I was even placed in an agriculture class that I hadn't even requested to be in the first place. How could I, a city kid, belong in FFA, or an agriculture class for that matter? Little did I know, this freshman agriculture class that I was placed into would change the rest of my life. Many people believe that agricultural education experiences are only confined within the walls of high schools. However, through considering the three-component model of agricultural education, it is clear that ag ed courses should be required for high school graduation. First, let's dive into what the three-component model of agricultural education is all about. The three-component model has been developed in an effort to provide all agricultural education programs with clarity about how relevant experiences should be structured. Each component of the model is critical in order to achieve agricultural education to its fullest. According to the National FFA organization, the first of these components, classroom experience, gives students an opportunity to engage with the material in an interactive manner through a variety of agriculture courses and apply skills learned to their daily lives. Secondly, a quality supervised agricultural experience, or SAE, serves as the product of the efforts of classroom experiences. In an interview, Scott Dingles, FFA alumnus, mentioned that his SAE consisted of creating Northern Lights Lamb Company, an entrepreneurial enterprise where he marketed lamb meat from the producer to the consumer. Through his SAE, he had several networking opportunities and was able to get a better understanding of his own career objectives. Lastly, FFA is the third component of the model. As mentioned in their mission statement, the National FFA organization is designed to allow for students to develop their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success through agricultural education. FFA provides diverse venues for students to grow, ranging from professional conferences to competitive career development events. According to the National FFA organization website, there are over 600,000 members nationally, representing all 50 states and Puerto Rico, making it the largest student-led organization in the country. These three components come together to provide students with a really great opportunity to have an excellent agricultural education experience. Unfortunately, not many of today's students are able to experience the full benefits of the three-component model and agricultural education. In fact, Mr. Joel Larson, the Minnesota State FFA advisor, recently announced that there are approximately 400,000 students in grades 7 through 12 attending Minnesota schools, and of these students, only about 24,000 are enrolled in agricultural education programs this year. This means that 94% of Minnesota students are not enrolled in agricultural education courses. Since many people have not experienced agricultural education and the three-component model firsthand, there are several misconceptions about agricultural education that are existing today. One of the biggest of these is that agricultural education courses focus only on cows, plows, and sows. This certainly is not true. Agricultural education courses relate to agriculture, food, and natural resource, or AFNR standards, published by the government. These standards have aligned agricultural education curriculum to standards in science, social studies, mathematics, and even art. Through taking agriculture courses, students are able to reinforce the material taught in their core courses and apply that information to the real world. Let's imagine that high school students nationwide were required to take agriculture courses. By doing this, there would be several amazing outcomes that would occur as a result. Firstly, it would ensure that the future is informed about agriculture. Consumers will know where their food comes from and be able to confidently purchase their food. Secondly, it would allow future leaders to be able to communicate agriculture in an effective manner. Word of mouth is an effective way to share ideas and information, and if high school graduates are able to articulate and experience firsthand the ways in which agriculture affects them, their ability to communicate and share that with others will be great. Thirdly, the public will be able to appreciate the fact that agriculture changes on the daily. After taking agriculture courses, the future will know that agriculturalists are always innovating to improve productivity and efficiency while still holding themselves to high ethical and social standards. Through considering the three-component model of agricultural education, it is clear that ag-ed courses should be required for high school graduation. Agricultural education has made a profound impact in the lives of millions of students, including my own. If we want to ensure that the next generation of leaders are informed about agriculture, we should do everything in our power to make agricultural education courses a requirement for high school graduation. Now is the time to get involved in making this happen. Now is the time to share your story with others. Now is the time to visit high school administrators and advocate for the importance of agricultural education. So now, let's spread the word about agriculture today so that its story can still be told tomorrow and for generations to come.